beautiful soul. My name is Mara, and I welcome you to today's Pick a Card reading. Today, we are taking a look at what blessing is on its way to you. And the topic of this reading won in the poll that I put out over on my Discord server. So thank you so much to everybody who voted. If you're interested in joining the Discord, you can find it through my link tree in the description of this video. So I've got 3 different cards for you to choose from, and as I hold these up, I will be playing a sound for each pile for those of you that like to choose your reading clairaudiently. So let's go ahead and jump into the reading selection. All right, if you need more time, you can go down to the description box and hit the reading selection timestamp. We're going to begin with reading number 1, but all 3 readings will be timestamped as well, so go ahead and find yours, and I'll see you there. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and see what blessing is on its way to you. So you felt drawn to this card here, the Rhodonite, and it's all about relationships. So there may be a relationship coming into your life or the strengthening of one that's currently in your life. But let's go ahead and grab some details with tarot. And remember that you have a relationship with everything in your life. This may not be a person. This could be your relationship with money. It could be your relationship with your body, with your ideas. Let's get some details on it. It's your relationship with money. Okay, you've been struggling financially lately. You've definitely been having a hard time. And this is coming to you as a reminder, or rather a confirmation, that you have good things coming to you. There is a need for you to have some faith right now. I do feel like maybe you're kind of struggling with that. You're struggling to believe that this opportunity is going to come, but it is coming. Now, with the 7 of Wands being on the bottom of the deck, I do feel like it's not going to come as quickly as you'd like. That there's this feeling of having to fight your way towards it. And I don't think that that is necessarily going to be the most helpful route of action. That you are going to have to continue forward. You're going to have to continue to take practical steps towards what you want, but you don't have to fight your way to it. The universe is going to supply for you, and it may not be in the most grand and big and amazing way, but this blessing is going to be a sign of new growth. It's going to be a deliverance of this opportunity to start growing something bigger in your life when it comes to your finances. I do feel like with the King of Swords coming out, that there's this message of needing to be very diligent about how you approach this path. So even though you're not meant to be like fighting your way through and being like this Hulk of an energy, hurtling towards your desires, you can if you want to. If that feels right and good for you, then do it. But you are going to need to be very strategic, be mentally sharp, be aware, raise your awareness to notice the signs, the synchronicities, and the paths that are opening up in order for you to increase your finances. You may need to be more decisive when it comes to the distractions that you have. Maybe you're overindulging, maybe you're overspending a little bit, and it's causing this opportunity to be somewhat delayed because the universe isn't, I mean, to put it bluntly, isn't taking you seriously because you're not taking your finances seriously. That may not be the case. This may be worry. It may be an overabundance of like fear of not being provided for. Take what resonates, leave the rest. But I do feel like you are meant to be more confident, whether that's in believing in yourself and the universe's ability to provide for you, or in your ability to budget more wisely and be more decisive when it comes to what's going to serve you now and what's going to serve you long term. Yeah. This definitely feels like something, it feels like a new business venture. I do think that the universe has kind of closed out a chapter for you, and that might be a little bit scary and painful. Maybe you've lost your job. Maybe you're just unsure about like where you want to go next, but you're meant to follow your heart in this. It's going to be important that you stay diligent, but listen to your intuition and do go with the flow. There's a balance there. So you need to be sharp, but don't be controlling. You need to be aware, but don't be hyper vigilant. So get into that sweet spot where it feels right for you to take the necessary steps and work towards what you want. I do feel like you're a naturally creative person, and your relationship with money needs to come from a space of being creative. It needs to come from a desire to create and a desire to fulfill that curious and creative side of yourself. And it's going to take some time. I mean, there's been several cards coming out here that suggest that this is going to take time and persistence. So this blessing is probably isn't going to come in one big swoop. It'll probably come in stages. So I do feel like you're going to have to trust yourself and have faith that you are capable of building towards this. I do believe that you are where you're supposed to be right now. That you are growing towards something very important, but working on what you currently have or what you currently have available to you is going to be where you should start. You have the Page of Pentacles there on the bottom of the deck. So it just feels very important that you start where you're at, and don't try and force yourself to be ready for something that you'll be ready for soon, just not yet. Yeah, again, I just feel that it's so important that you are emotionally invested in the path that you're choosing for yourself. So whatever this business venture is, whether it's you working for yourself, whether you're trying to find a job somewhere, it's going to be important that you cultivate the relationship with it, that you cultivate that happiness factor into it, so that it's sustained, so that this opportunity isn't something that is fleeting or becomes unimportant to you. Obviously, things will change. That's just life. But opening yourself up to creating a sense of happiness in this path is going to be something that helps it to stick around and be something that's very meaningful to you. I feel like maybe you don't have all the answers right now. And that's okay. And that's part of this taking some time. Maybe you feel like you don't have enough resources, and it's going to be important for you to learn from the people that came before you, or learn from the people that are already specializing in this job opportunity. Whatever it is, I do feel like there is a learning experience here for you to grab a hold of and take seriously. You may not feel like you have everything right now, but you will eventually. And it's important to just respect where you're currently at and not pressure yourself again to be ready for something that you're just not ready for. I do think that there are a lot of opportunities that you are cutting yourself off from simply for the fact that you just don't feel prepared, simply for the fact that you don't believe in your ability to learn, to grow, to expand, to work on the things that you want, to take decisive action, to build solid routines around the things that you want, to find a sense of purpose in all of this, to have faith. I mean, there's a lot of self doubt that goes into the Eight of Swords there. So I do feel like there are some mental obstacles for you to overcome in this process, but this is solely about your relationship with money and the way that you grow it, the way that you create it, and your happiness factor in all of that. So, with this being a blessing that comes to you, I do feel like either this is going to come in the form of like what we were seeing, an opportunity to grow your finances, like a new job, a new career, somebody that you meet that wants to pay you more, or maybe an increase in your clients if you already work for yourself, or it's going to come in the way of you addressing your belief system and your relationship with your mind so that you can increase the flow of finances in your life. But I do feel like when you think about your money, think about it as a relationship. Think about how you would treat your money if you were dating it, how you would treat your money if you were married to it. How would you nurture it? How would you take care of it? How would you support it? And how would you let it go? Because I think that that's also an important factor is letting money come in and letting money go out. You wouldn't want to keep your partner cooped up in your house all day and not let them go out and do what they're passionate about. So how would you let your money come in and out? But I do feel like since this is a blessing coming to you, that it's just important that you know that the universe is going to provide for you. The universe does want to support you and give you the things that you want, and it's handing it to you. It's definitely giving you that go ahead, and that confirmation that things are going to be well, that you're going to be okay. Learn from this, expand your mind, address your limiting beliefs. Not all of it is true, and you will be just fine. All right, if you found this reading to be helpful and insightful and you like the way that I read, then please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do post a weekly pick a card reading, so thank you so much for being here, and thank you if you did vote on this pick a card reading. I appreciate you and your input. I'll see you at the next one. Blessed be. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and see what blessing is on its way to you. So you felt drawn to this card here, the blue lace agate. Such a beautiful crystal. So this card is all about acceptance. It's about being stress-free. It's about relaxation and mostly transformation and change. So I do feel like a change is coming, something that isn't going to be stressful. It's not going to be this uproar in your life, this big shift that takes you by surprise. It's a calm change. It's you finally embracing what's next. If you've been feeling a little bit stagnant, I feel like this is going to shake things up again in a really peaceful way. This isn't something that you need to worry about. There's also a message in this card about you believing in yourself more, that you may be feeling like, I'm too old to do this. I'm too new at this to go after it in a big way. I'm too shy. I'm too this. I'm too that. And that's just not the case. And this card is here to remind you that you're not too anything, that whatever you're feeling in terms of doubts may not be as accurate as you're perceiving it. So let's get some details here. So I do feel like with the Six of Swords being reversed, there's scarcity, there's a fear to address the baggage that has come in the past, something that you're dealing with, something that's making you afraid to move forward or believe in yourself. There's like a rejection to addressing your belief system. So I do think that first and foremost, you are going to need to reflect on that and use your emotional guidance system to find your way through that in order for this blessing to come about in a real tangible way. After you do that work, after you give yourself permission to say, hey, this exists, I have acceptance to the fact that my past has happened, I handled it the way that I did, or I didn't handle it the way that I did, and it is what it is. And I can't do anything to change it, but I can change the way that I perceive it. I can change the way that I talk about it. I can change the way that I ultimately feel about it, though that takes a lot of time, especially, I mean, depending on the level of trauma that you have. So, whatever you've gone through, know that you can change the way that you address it simply by giving yourself permission to explore it more. Excuse me. So, with that being said, I do feel like this is an opportunity for you to start fresh. There's something that you're very passionate about. You have Justice and the Lovers coming out, which are both key indicators of a sense of purpose. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and use this Oracle deck for you really quickly because I feel like you need a little extra push towards what you want, maybe a bigger sign that it is time for you to go after your purpose in life. Or maybe you just simply don't know, but I do feel drawn to use this deck right now. So I do feel like with the Page of Wands being out, that you're going to be at the beginning stage. Even if this is something that you've thought about for a very long time, you haven't started it yet. It's something new, it's something fresh, something exciting, maybe a little bit nerve-wracking that's going to require you to step outside of your comfort zone. But it's there and it's definitely real. Spirit, what is this sense of purpose about? Author, you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. So maybe you are looking to be a writer. Maybe you're looking to be an author. Maybe you just have something very important to say, and the universe is saying you have that in you to speak your mind, to say, I am going to stand up for myself. I'm going to stand up for what I believe in. I think that's like really the goal of this whole process of you welcoming in this this blessing, is that you're putting yourself in a position to say, actually, I'm important. I'm important as fuck. And what I have to say really truly does matter. But I think that, I mean, you're probably kicking your feet and giggling right now if you are looking to write a book. What a beautiful confirmation. Okay, I don't feel like you believe that it's going to be enough money, that you're not going to have enough money to get it started, that you're not going to make enough money in this path, and I just don't see that being the case. I do think that you will probably I mean, it's going to take some time because, again, you're starting in that beginning stage. So it may not be everything that you want at first, but eventually it will grow into it. And I just want to let you know that you have the Empress on the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like this is such a beautiful, beautiful thing for you to go after. It's just that you have to be the one to take it and not doubt yourself. You have to be the one to create that change for yourself. It's not going to fall into your lap. It's not something that the universe is going to push you into. You get to accept this. You get to say, I'm going to follow my heart. I'm going to listen to my intuition. I'm going to listen to my heart's desires, and I'm going to take control. I'm going to take control and create the life that I want, create the sense of purpose that I truly desire. Also, I'm getting a message. This may also be a message for you to do automatic writing. So if you're like, I don't want to be an author, that doesn't make sense for me. Always take what resonates and leave the rest. But I do think that writing out your desires, writing out what you want, the sense of purpose that you want to feel, maybe you don't have an answer as to like exactly what it's going to be, but writing down your desires, regardless of if you want to be an author or not, writing that out is going to be an important step in you creating it, because when you know what you want, when you've accepted the past, when you know what you want moving forward, that's where the universe can really start to send you tangible results. Yeah. There's a feeling of being stuck with the Eight of Swords being on the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like, again, that either you don't think that you're going to have what it takes, or that you're not going to be financially supported. Or you're feeling like you already don't have the resources to get started in this direction, but you absolutely do. And this is something that is going to take time. The Eight of Pentacles is all about you working on your craft for quite some time, perfecting it, getting it all lined up and ready to go, and then you're recognized in a big way after the fact. So this is something that you're going to have to believe in yourself with. It's not something that you can force. It's not something you can like push really hard towards. Obviously, there will be a certain level of resiliency in it, but forcing it to happen is not going to be your best route of action. So embrace the mystery in it, embrace the unknown in it, and know that the universe is definitely on your side in this. It's definitely supporting you, and the happiness factor in this path for you. I do feel like there's a balance here with the Two of Cups being out, that there's two things coming through with this card for me. I feel like first that there's a balance between your masculine and your feminine side, that you're going to have to find a way to balance both taking really decisive and intense action and also letting the universe listen to what you're asking for and send you results. That not everything is going to be about like do, go, fight for what you want. Some of it is going to be about taking a step back. Some of it is going to be about you really just trusting that what you have asked for is being listened to and that it is going to be brought to you. There's this sense of balance here that needs to be embraced. Yeah. You will be provided for, though. You will have enough finances. It's really just about you choosing to embrace this path. It's really just about you choosing this journey and saying, "I am a creative person. I have a voice. My voice is important. What I have to say matters, and I'm going to work towards expressing it. I'm going to build towards what I want. I'm going to write down what I want. I'm going to create this story. I'm going to release it to the public, and I am going to shout it from the rooftops." I do feel like you are going to be supported. You may have to ask for help. You may have to ask for some kind of financial aid or assistance in some way, but it's there for you. And eventually, the thing about the Six of Pentacles is that it goes both ways. So eventually you will be in a position where you're the one that gets to help somebody else. So just trust for me, for yourself, not for me. That you are going to be successful on this path and that it is going to be financially lucrative. It may not be at first. It may be a little bit hard to get going. But if you stay persistent, if you stay consistent, you will see results. So this blessing is coming to you in such a beautiful way. I feel like it's so easy for you to take this step. Yes, there is a certain level of courage, maybe addressing your mind and getting that belief system a little bit more steady before you jump into this, but it's here for you now. Remember, this is all about a relaxing change for you. It's something that's natural, it's organic, it's coming to you now for a reason, and you're ready to take the next step. So if you found this reading to be helpful and insightful and you like the way that I read, then consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do post a weekly pick a card reading. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for staying open. And if you did vote on this pick a card reading, then I appreciate you and your input. I'll see you at the next one. Blessed be. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and see what blessing is on its way to you. So you felt drawn to this card here, the Aura Light. So this card is all about the present. It's all about being mindful, getting to a place of safety and security within what you're currently experiencing. It's not really about jumping ahead or things shifting. It's just about you relaxing and stepping into and being mindful with what you're currently experiencing. So we're going to use some tarot to tap into this and see what kind of blessing is coming as a result of this mindfulness. Big doors are opening for you, and I feel like this isn't like it's not this grand like total shift in your life. That's not what it feels like. It feels more and it looks more like you just saying, I am at this point in my life where I've been on a very specific path and it's just time to check in. It's time to take a moment, be in this present moment, and make sure that I'm still happy with the way things are unfolding, that I'm still happy with the things that I'm attaining. I feel like this is an amplification or an expansion of what your current the success that you currently have going on. So this blessing feels like it's building on top of your current lifestyle. And any adjustments that you make in this path, they're completely up to you. And I feel like you're being called to be more mindful so that you can really recognize what is making you happy, what's not making you happy, and what just needs a little bit of tweaking. But I do feel like once you have that mindfulness, that recognition of like what's working for you and what's not, what's serving you and what's not, the universe will shift things for you. The universe will listen and respond to what you're asking for and put you in a position of either continuing your comfort or enhancing it. If you're feeling a little bit lacking right now, it's just important that you tune into yourself and recognize that and not stress about everything that you need to do, but just simply tune into it. Just see it. Just be mindful with it, and don't judge it. I mean, that's easier said than done and not always possible, but the universe will respond to that and put you up in a much better position. I feel like this is a time for you to nurture. It's a time for you to nurture your body. It's a time for you to nurture your environment and just kind of like stay in tune with what you've currently got going on. I don't think that you're supposed to be like dreaming about 10 years ahead. Obviously, if you want to, then do that. But I think that right now your life needs you. Your life needs your attention. Your life needs your nurturement. More emotional fulfillment. This does feel like a new time, a new chapter in your life where you're letting go and really just saying yes to your satisfaction. All 3 piles today have had the 8 of Swords in them. So I think that whoever's listening to these piles, whoever has clicked on this reading, there's a common theme between all of you. So you're not alone in this feeling of like maybe feeling doubtful, maybe feeling restricted in some way, feeling like this isn't attainable, that this blessing is too good to be true. Whatever it is for you, however it's manifesting for you, know that you're not alone. Um, so I do, yeah, I feel like there's this overflowing sense of abundance and prosperity and emotional fulfillment that is coming into your life as a result of you taking the time to be mindful. Mindfulness can be hard. It's not always this easy, simple experience. So just give yourself permission to take your time in this, because I don't think that the Ace of Cups is it's not a rushed experience. It's not something that you can like um push your way towards. I do think that it's more about you just letting go, embracing, shifting a little bit, adjusting. There's just little tweaks here and there that are going to be important. But if you're not being mindful and present in your present moment, then it can be hard to recognize what those little shifts are going to be. And if you're not feeling connected, those little shifts might feel like big hurdles that you're going to have to take in order to change anything. It doesn't feel like a big hurdle. It doesn't feel like you have to fight your way. It feels like you are in control, that you have a sense of power in this, that what you want is there for you, and you have the creative influence to get real results in your life. You have the universe on your side here, and what you want to create is yours. You're not as held back as you may think. And so this blessing is like an opportunity for you to get mindful. And maybe that hasn't been possible for you before. Maybe you've been struggling with your mental health. Maybe you've been struggling with too many chaotic events in your life, and things may settle down, things may soothe, and you're being given this opportunity where it's like, oh, I actually have a moment to slow down. I actually have a moment to be with myself and really focus on what it is that I want, and to explore that. But I do feel like if you're not giving yourself that time to feel in control and centered, that it's going to feel like a fight, and it's not going to feel like you have enough. That this this moment of the Empress is not going to feel attainable. Yeah. It's not something that's gonna, pull the rug from underneath you. Um, this shift, these little tweaks, again, they're not these big massive changes that you have to make in order to feel better or in order to increase the level of happiness or build on top of the happiness that you already have. Um, it's a little shift. It's not this big tower moment. The tower is in reverse here. So I just feel like this is a reminder to not stress out and not feel like you have this big to-do list of how to shift your energy, how to be mindful. It's really as simple as you, and again, not always, but it's really as simple as you giving yourself that space to just taste your food while you're eating it. What does it feel like in your mouth? It's that moment of like tuning into your body as you fall asleep. What does it feel like to let yourself rest? To let your body have the full weight of it just resting into your bed? What does it feel like to ride in the car, to be present in this moment, paying attention to the street ahead of you, the cars around you? Just really having that ability to tap into any moment that you're in. Again, it's not always possible. I understand that Sometimes mindfulness is a little bit triggering for people, depending on what brand of trauma you have. And that's totally okay. That's okay. And if that's something that's not always attainable to you, then that's not something that you need to stress about. It's just something to be aware and just to practice when you can. But again, you have the Queen of Pentacles coming back out. So I do feel like there is this essence of you really reparenting the the stress that you're feeling. It's like maybe you don't always have to feel like you're up against the world, that you have to fight for what you want, that the happiness that you do experience has to be earned, and so on and so forth. It's like giving yourself that tenderness and saying, actually, we can slow down right now. It's okay. Like, I can talk to myself. I can talk to myself through this, and we're not going to stress. We're not going to make a big deal about the anxiety that I'm feeling. It's anxiety, and I can be present in this moment and just let myself be tender with myself. And in that, with that message, I do feel like you are experiencing some depth within yourself that either you have cut yourself off to in the past or just hasn't been accessible yet. And now moving forward, I do feel like it's there. It's readily available for you. What a beautiful message. So I do feel like this blessing is coming to you as an increase. It's not like this, you're getting $1,000. I mean, you might, but but this feels like an increase onto what's already successful for you. It's about little tiny tweaks here and there, and the blessing of being able and capable to be very mindful and present in your life. That is a true gift that not a lot of people get. So, this could be more time with your family, it could be more time with yourself, more time just to be, but it's going to come about. And I do trust that the universe is on your side with this. You have judgment coming out. So, the universe will work to open doors for you. You just have to be willing to be present in this moment and pay attention to what you want. So if you found this reading to be helpful and insightful and you like the way that I read, then consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do post a weekly pick a card reading. And if you voted on the topic of this reading today, thank you so much. Your input really does matter to me. I love you guys. I will see you at the next one. Blessed be.